So there weren't really very many interesting things that I did there. So instead, I'm still going to wait out for people to leave the defensive pact, because that's kind of handy. And then, with people having left the defensive pact, what instead I'm going to do is see if I can set up an anti-pope. I still feel that's prudent to do once, and this is important, I've, got most people leaving the defensive pact, because I can't help but feel that this will, why am I losing so much money each month? Okay, that might just be because I haven't let an entire month go by since I stopped being at war. Let's see what happens at the month boundary. No, I am just losing that much money. It's probably because I'm over my vassal limit.
And you're building a load of great blocks.
And I'm building a load of blocks. So people are now drawing the defensive pact. So, Mr. Wand. Let's go look at the religion tab. So how does one go about creating an anti-pope?
I think, and it looks like you need to organise things, you need a direct vassal bishop, and you click on the mitre button at the bottom right corner. So if you look at that, your list of vassal bishops on that screen, you only have one vassal bishop at the moment, who is the Bishop of St Paul's, and that is the button to create an antipope.
But I've got to have free investiture.
But you need to have free investiture, and I think they may also need to be slightly higher than a mere bishop. I think they may have to hold the highest.
But I've got an ecumenical patriarch.
That's not very helpful if you want to raise an antipope. Slight problem being the wrong branch of Christianity.
Oh hush. So I can't change laws during a regency.
Right.
Right, well that's a nice thought, isn't it? So
no anti-popes for you.
No.
Children are not allowed anti-popes.
No anti-popes for children. I still think I'm going to hang around and see if we can get better claims on things. Instead, let's try not going to war for a bit and let our threat decline a little bit. Which might, of course, mean that I can go to war against a defensive pact in the future. Just, a smaller one. So, I've turned up time a bit.
You can continue exploring for things you can get inheritance of. I'm not sure you may have checked most of the Holy Roman Empire by now.
I have thought of how I could do this, which is use his vassal page and go through.
Oh, that tells you that no. If you go back to the vassal page,
hang on, let me.
That may take a little while.
Yeah.
If you just mouse over there, you get type of succession.
So which one? Let's let time tick somewhat while we're doing this. Let's let time tick slowly while we're doing this. So open's not much use. Swabia is agnatic elective, which is no use. That's agnatic. That's elective, which is no use. That's elective, which is no use. That's elective, open, elective, Gavelkind. So, Corsica, you say? Ah, unfortunately, you, on the other hand, have a bunch of interesting claims on things. Let's invite you to court. Do I have a spare duchy at the moment? No, but I can easily manufacture one. What I don't have is a spare county.
Yes. Your lack of counties owned by you. Maybe you should actually be setting your chancellor out manufacturing claims on
Yeah.
interesting looking counties.
Well, anyway, I've invited him to court, because that's not a terrible thing to do.
Yes, okay. So we do actually have a bit of a problem that you have no counties.
Yes.
Still, I think if nothing else, it's probably worth having a list of things.
So yes. So that's Corsica, which you can do inheritance stuff with. Elective, open, Steiermark. Duke of Rhine, Duchy of Rhine is chromatic Gavelkind. That's open. Investiture. That's Gavelkind, Duchy of Austria. So is the Duchy of Thurgau. Some of these are probably titchy. That's elective. That's elective. That's investiture. That's investiture. That's open. That's so Crane is K-R-A-N A-I-N, sorry, is agnatic chromatic Gavelkind. So is Lausitz. Meissen is open. So Franche-Comté is elective. Investiture. Tuscany is agnatic chromatic Gavelkind. Outre-Jourdain, oh, that's elective. That's investiture. And now we're down to counties. Still, that's a bunch of things to look out for. Could possibly also look for that's Viceroyalty. So Achaia, A-C-H-A-I-A, it's Gavelkind. Oh, this is agnatic Gavelkind, which is Moesia, M-O-E-S-I-A. As is Paphlagonia. Carvuna is primogeniture. That's a Viceroyalty. Epirus is sensible. Optimatoi also works. Adrianopolis is elective. Domestic of Scolae Palatini is, okay, a titular title, no de jure vassals. And got captain of the Varangian Garden, now we're down to counts, and so on. So that's all quite entertaining. Yes. Right, let's go after some people. Let's try and go after some people. except for the fact that my regent is useless and doesn't understand the benefits of...
well, you could start working out how to make him understand the benefits. So, if your regent liked you more, that would help.
Right, so let's go find out who my regent... Not my... It's family.
That's your guardian, your regent.
That's my regent. Let's see if that helps enough to... Aha, right. That will probably allow me to sort out my vassal problem a bit. So we need 6,000 people. Let's just put in some people. Right, you're a reasonable person. You're a reasonable person. You're reasonable. And so are you. Right, okay, I don't think I need to do very much more. I suppose I could raise Armenia as well. Do you have someone decent in charge? Yeah, do. So, Vladimirian Kargolian de jure war. Okay. That sounds exciting. Right. So, he's heir to the County of Milano. He's got a strong claim on the Duchy of Milan. Yeah, but you know, I might be able to get him a county by going for a strong claim on the Duchy of Milan as soon as stuff happens. So yes. So let's go and see which of...
He of course is a bit weird.
He is of course a bit weird, but yes, I probably can't make him an exarch, can I? Well, let's try cheering him up by granting him a viceroyalty.
So now, if you ask about his opinion on you, right, because he is still a feudal ruler,
Yeah.
he dislikes viceroyalty even though he is one.
Yes. Right. Still, that's part of Lotharingia now. Right, now he does like me quite a lot because of the vassal transfers that went with that. That doesn't deal with that overall vassal problem though. One of those very interesting duchies to use up. Right, anyway, let's concentrate on...
I think some of them might be eventually, maybe not right now, but Portugal in particular, I think, is usually coterminous with Portugal. But on the other hand, maybe it doesn't actually overlap with the de jure, with the de facto territory of Portugal.
So Guilan, hang on, let me go back to realm view. So usurping the Duchy of Guilan will give us a de jure claim on.
Maybe. Turn on the de jure tick box.
Oh, sorry.
No, in the... no. The duchy is nowhere near I mean, it would destroy the current duchy and turn it into an independent county,
But
I don't know that that's hugely beneficial.
so Duchy of Leon
Should get you a de
de
jure
jure
claim
claim
on the one remaining
county.
county in the Kingdom of Leon.
Let's turn that on. No. And Portucale will give us
Really
that.
get you a de jure claim on the one remaining.
Okay. I've got 2 duchies, which is not enough to upset people.
I don't think it might be that there will be if you have a de jure vassal of one of those duchies, that vassal might want that duchy.
Yes.
But they probably aren't your immediate de jure vassal because everyone will be under an exarch over there.
It's true, yes.
And the exarchs, I think, won't want it because the kingdoms of Portugal and Leon are surely the de jure lieges of the duchies of Portugal and Leon.
Yes.
So I think that's probably safe for you to keep in your own hands for now.
Yes! The Exarch of Crimea has inherited the Kingdom of Sicily.
Aha!
So,
A bunch of wars against Sicily have ended inconclusively because Sicily is now part of the Empire of England.
right. Now, I think that means I should be able to do some vassal transference.
Probably a bunch of vassals you would like.
It's true.
Maybe the other
Well, at least, I don't know if there's any others, but still, that's
that was one.
down 1, which is progress.
But I mean, it may be worth having a quick look at your list of vassals, because I think you find one in the fork of the trousers of time that never happened. I gave it off at the beginning of the stream.
I think that was when I was redistributing a kingdom that hasn't
Oh right, that
hasn't exploded at this point. Okay, so you should probably go over there. Right. I'm terribly sorry. You appear to have run into my army. Are you going to go and try besieging me? Because I don't think it's going to go quite how you hoped. Usury and Doge. Venetia. Venetia. So let's glue you all together. Damn it, that was a 3% battle. Where are you going? going over there. What's your purpose in life? You're trying to meet someone, or are you trying to get somewhere to besiege?
Oh, some of their army is not besieging.
Yes, all 13 of them. And let me just ask, how is that working out for you guys? And I'm mildly inclined to chase after that army, but I should really win some sieges first. Free investiture law in the most serene Republic of England. Go on.
Sadly, you have to enact it at empire level in order to get
Indeed. Well, maybe he can raise an anti-pope.
I can't remember if kings can raise.
Don't know. They can. Or I don't know. Maybe you'd have to be an independent king.
You can raise an anti-pope as a duke, which I think indicates that obviously, at least. Oh no, I think they have to be counted. Yes, the bishop must be at least count level. The ruler must thus be at least duke level, because otherwise they can't do it. And you have to be independent, so the king of the
most serene thingy of whatnot
serene
can't.
Doge of England cannot raise an anti-pope because you currently follow the true pope. Well, obviously, so do they.
What can I say? I'd love to sort out free papal investiture. Free investiture, rather, not papal investiture. But, unfortunately, I'm still a minor. English Holy War for Cheremisa on wherever that is. Okay. Good luck. Okay, well that's got me down a commander. That's fine. I have someone sitting
waiting for the job to become vacant.
Yeah, because in the last war I had, mysteriously people didn't die. I mean, you know, when I sent them off to like march up and down Africa in the middle of summer, and you know, Russia in winter. I don't care. I have to besiege somewhere back quickly because this just gives them horrifying ticking score. And once they've worked out where they're sitting down, and you know, let's face it, they've got to go a long way before I can't see them coming. Like practically into the next continent, and they might not even be safe there.
There's only a fairly small amount of Asia that's under control.
I'm just going to fish my... I don't know what he's doing. He's been there for a long time. I fear he should go proselytise somewhere else. Okay, now we've found some people to sit down. Yeah, I think my plan is to, whichever of these finishes first, to sort them out into a good army and send them off against the other army, because they'll also reinforce en route. They're reinforcing quite well too. Oh well, states. Technology. Not quite yet. Really not yet. Not quite. It's a bit more margin. I will take that one, but I'll let them finish their siege first. Permian War for Chief Malay's claim on Betluga on Basilissa Belette, the Sword of God.
There's a reason why they call him the Sword of God.
Yep. What can I say? It's not because of my kind and what-looking disposition. It's perm, isn't it? So...
You pay careful attention to this one.
Yep. Well, more or less. I'll probably have to split them up more once we actually get further into winter. Raiders. At least it's not Holy War. Yeah, so I can get war. I can get war score by occupying places. I just can't, you know, win anywhere. Finish your goddamn sieges. Right, so that's taken us up to 8% more score. Yeah, I should go through my list and see if there's anyone I can release from prison at some point. So how am I turning out? I'm 12 years old. My diplomacy is okay, my stewardship's good. My intrigue's okay, my learning's okay, my martial is frankly dismal. Just paying due attention to the onset of winter. Become temperate. Can I not besiege here? Why can't I besiege here?
It doesn't look like it's held by the correct. It was Perm, I thought. Are there more than one Perm or something? Maybe you should actually see where the relevant person's holdings are. I think there are 2 realms called Perm.
Right.
And you're invading the wrong one. That county is probably going to be quite full. Oh, right, they're going to a different bit.
Yeah.
It's a different bit of the wrong realm.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway.
Well, that's confusing. Anyway, we continue our slow plod of trying to get Pechenegs under control. And failing. Siege faster. Not only are they both called Perm, they also have the same sodding colour.
Well, often the things are very similar colours when they're... You know, the Kingdom and Empire of England, actually they don't have the same colour, do they? You're pinky. You're pinker than you're pink in England, the Kingdom is more reddish. Seriously. I don't even know where it got your colour from, because...
I mean, I think there are a bunch of defaults, because the Holy Roman Empire is always white.
Yes, well, the colours, everything has a colour defined in the configuration.
Right.
But obviously that can't include all of the custom empire. That could include all of the custom empires if you had one secondary colour for every kingdom. But I don't think it actually does. We've currently got
Sub-realms turned on.
Yes, a view that shows us all of the sub-realms of the English Empire.
So there's...
So everything that says Lithuania, Norway, Chernigov, Crimea, Pannonia, Denmark,
Vladimir, Lithuania, Denmark.
Or England, or Serbia.
Or Anatolia.
We can't see, does it say Anatolia anywhere? Oh yes.
Yeah.
Is actually part of the Empire of England. Don't worry, we haven't lost most of Europe in a freak voting accident or something.
Or a freak voting accident.
Well, yes, but that's one reason why the Empire of England is not elected.
It's true. It's one reason that's making taking over the Holy Roman and Byzantine Empire territory so hard.
Because they just don't have an elected succession.
Yeah, I'm not a candidate. Of course, eventually, if I take over enough bits of the right bit of the Holy Roman Empire, I can probably become an elector.
Yes. I mean, I was thinking, if you get enough of it, you can usurp it, but I think that's more likely to happen with the Byzantine Empire than the Holy Roman one.
Yes.
And you do need 80% to usurp, so...
Even for the Byzantine Empire, I've got a way to go.
I think so. But you might not be able to usurp it even then, I can't find think you can use it.
Right, well this is very tough because we're in places that have like extremely tough limits in winter.
And you went and raised an army that can't be split up very much.
Well, apparently not.
Well, because an army arrives as 3 regiments.
Yeah.
And at least, yes, one target up as far as you can. Well, you are right on the edge of the Siberian waste. I'm sure.
Yes. For some reason I got an earworm of Tom Lehrer in the cactus and the thistles, or watch the guided missiles. Not quite sure why, because one thing we definitely don't have in this scenario is guided missiles. Unless they're actual missiles or missile thrushes that we are hurling at the enemy. I got bored and raised some more armies. These ones I just want to take over here, fight them here and then dismiss them.
Are you confident that those people, fighting those people will get you war score?
Yes.
Okay.
They've got the right symbol on their hats and everything.
Oh yes, sorry. It's confusing the shape of the flag, not the shape of the flag, which of course it also isn't.
I think it's a bear with a stoat on its head or something.
Yes, I think you're probably right.
Probably not actually the stoat, but you know. Bear with a standard on? Not really sure. I mean, I'm going for bear only because elephant is deeply implausible.
Can get elephants in this game,
but they're probably not going to be in perp. I mean, okay, it is technically possible.
You are, I will admit, not currently bringing the camels.
What with the fantastic Polish camel cavalry that we had.
I mean, you've definitely got camels now if you want them.
It's true.
But like, you're actually bringing those from Africa.
Yes. But you know, that makes sense. Right, so in that battle we are nibbling. Currently we are mostly winning the nibbling, although that flank is looking a little bit sad. That flank is looking very sad. But, come on, find some leadership from somewhere. I've got much better commanders. I'm still suspecting my Chancellor. I could sack my Chancellor.
What?
Not my Chancellor, my Sacalarios. I could hire a new Sacalarios. Right. Yes, please, I'll have some more boiled water. Okay, right, my centre has got it together. So, okay, let's just check. What are we besieging over here? Oh look, they're trying to get people together. How sweet. How goes this fight? Right. Point. Right. Okay. So let's disband you. So, it's given me 45% war score for battles and quite a bit for occupation. One strongly worded note is following saying, what the hell do you think you're playing at?
Stage 4 of the glorious amphitheatre of Bologna.
Ooh. Right. Right, well I'm losing less money now, which is good. Now my steward isn't nicking things. So... Well, let's see if someone can get some tax out of Bologna. Right, there we go. So, about this war then. Okay, move Abyssinia. Have won another siege. That's nice. So let's do that. Let's do that. I'm merging those together with those lot to give myself a slightly larger army, and then I'm going into see what's what around here with the war that I actually intended to have, rather than the war that I'm having to have with someone who rather optimistically thought they'd be able to blitzkrieg one county away from the English Empire. And who has now discovered that like 2/3 of their territory is now occupied by the English Empire and their army's been kicked by the English Empire. And so on in that fashion. Let's meander over there, just because. Let's go, you guys are quite slow, get a move on. I need you to go and kick some people out of a siege, honestly. What are we besieging now? Another place. Brilliant. Right. Glue. March in there. At this rate, I'm going to occupy your entire damn territory. I don't get anything for it, except to keep one stupid county, but you know. I wonder who you are. You're the Moldavian army. And you're the Moldavian revolt. Fair enough. Fine. Hey, you're not besieging anything. Get over there. Get besieging something. Come on, get a move on. There we go. So, how battle? How go battle? Okay, I'll have to march you over there. Yes, apparently you've got it. Right, the procedure's fine. So, battle then. Nibbling phase currently going okay for us. I don't know what they're doing out. Okay, right, they've at least sorted themselves out. Okay. That's fine. Right, aha. We've got another county nibbled away from the east. So, ooh, right, excellent, we're at 100% more score. Release the peace otter. Right, what do you want? I want your title. Yoink!
No, you don't actually want his title though.
I don't want his title.
What are we doing by
so I think, yeah, so I think
I would go for merging it with Crimea, right? Because Crimea looks a bit smaller.
it's true, but I have a feeling Crimea is held by. So he's Exarch of Crimea and Sicily and Galicia, Vonhemia and Ruthenia.
Okay, you don't have a fair amount.
But actually apparently not. They're all looking like quite small bits, so let's grant him a viceroyalty of Petronex.
It's like one small county has got left.
Let's see if I can.
Well, you might want to see what their de jure uses are.
Well, let's transfer you. Let's see if there's anyone else I can obviously transfer. Not really obviously, no.
Because there's that loose section in between Battle Curves and the rest of Crimea.
Where?
Well, before it was obvious because you had the names that I was actually saying, but then you switched views. The black cross on a red background in the middle of the bottom edge of the screen.
Moldavian Revolt.
And Vladimir is Vladimir. Right, everything else looks like it's. I mean, now you can probably check your vassal list to work out if you've got any weird things there that you weren't expecting.
Yes.
I think you should. I think you should have one because you should. Oh no, because you had 37 when he was a revolt.
Yes.
And you're at 37 now.
37.
Having brought his realm back into the fold and given it to someone else.
Yeah. Right, let's try and.
So you have a few other imprisonments available.
That's true.
That was the slight problem that now he's just
imprisoned.
But like it'll stop him plotting again.
Right, Wales though. Wales.
Right, that's fairly brave, but might work.
It's only like 7,000 of them.
Yeah, but the English army is currently busy in use. Okay, we'll raise the old god's Carthaginian, maybe.
Yeah.
He was sent.
Yeah, I know. I was just.
Actually, isn't he a flanker and a direct leader?
Lucas. Yeah.
He is a specialist in being everywhere.
That's the one. Well, I don't really care what's going to happen over there at the moment, on the grounds that they just don't have enough people. So anyway, let's see if I can off peace. I'm losing, but I won't give up yet.
Not that often you end up winning a defensive war by 100% occupation. Actually, you're not going to, because another don't realistic one.
Well, I won some battles as well. Yeah, I won lots of 45% of my stuff with battles. I've got ticking war score because I still can control the county. Because yeah. It turns out that someone with like a couple of thousand people is not actually able to deal with the might of the English Empire. I mean, the Russian winter was more able to deal with the might of the English Empire. But let's face it, was also not very able to deal with it. Okay.
You've got 100% more score in this war.
Oh, brilliant. Right. Release the peace altar. Right, go and perform a do-si-do to get back to your country. While I go and try and invade Wales. Oh, I still can't dismiss them, can I? So let's... Now I can... around and sit there and besiege things. While we're waiting for that, let's sort off to the intrigue section and see if no, it's not. That's in the despot of Portugal.
Well, you perfectly well can, and just imprison him again.
That's true.
Imprison him and get 250 gold each time.
And
eventually fail.
yeah.
You have this kind of... You're essentially extracting bribes from him, but...
Yeah.
But we have a legal mechanism which we call a ransom for this.
It's true.
And maybe he'll stop leading plots against you, or indeed anyone.
It's true. Both the ringing and holy war for sweeting me.
Yay.
Excellent. Let's see. Let's have a look at this battle, which is on flat territory. We have an advantage. Pope has died. Long live the Pope. Well, the Pope has died. Long live the Pope, at least until I can come to a majority, institute free investiture, and raise an anti-pope.
A vassal count level Pope. A direct vassal count level Pope.
And, yeah. You can be dismissed. You can be dismissed. Clunk. Clunk. So you settle down for a little siege. You settle down for a little siege.
Well, should settle down for a little siege. Right next door to you.
Yes. But I will win a siege first. Can't seem to raise any of my vassals here, but whatever. Jerusalemite holy war for somewhere. That's nice.
That's all on there is not because it isn't.
African Nafusan de Jure war. Okay, that's nice. It's one of those things I'm going to sort of wake up in the morning and go, oh, I've got some more territory somewhere. How exciting.
Well, I think that's part of the nature of being an emperor, really.
It's true. I mean, it certainly, happened a lot to my boss when I was in the Holy Roman Empire. So you're a bit unmotivated. Let's leave you sitting there, being a bit unmotivated, while we win this. God damn it. While we win this fight in. And I
Your vassal count is higher than I would expect.
yeah, let's
38.
have a look at my vassals.
Oh well, now it's gone up 50.
Let's not have a look at my vassals.
Let's work out what's happened to Aquitaine.
Let's find.
Oh, I thought you inherited something.
I did inherit something,
Yeah.
but I don't know what I inherited.
Oh,
Ah, there, yes.
Aquitaine and the kingdom of whatever it is that's next door to Aquitaine, and that was
Ah,
probably,
well,
yes.
right, of Poitou. Right, well, let's cheer you up a whole lot. By granting you some voice royalties. Bing! Let's just check there aren't any obvious vassals to transfer.
Yes, the vassal count has gone up a bit more, but you might want to work out where those should go.
Yeah.
If someone there with Pectinate culture, I kind of have an idea
About where they should probably be going, yes. So, right, let's go to my vassals. Inverse rank.
You may need to let some time pass in order to get the world, get the exiles of Aquitaine in the right place in the list.
Well, so let's go off to Biskra, which is here.
As I said, I think you may need to relook at your list now. Possibly, or no, actually switch to realms and then to parents and then back into your immediate sub-realms, because I think that will make things accurate. Yes.
So Biskra, I think we want to transfer into Africa if we can.
Tunis.
Yeah. Right. That's got us only slightly over the problem. So now what have we got in this list? So we've got the Count of Perischaen, which is smack.
Is that now not part of the revolt anymore?
Yes, it's now not part of the revolt, so let's find Crimea. So that should be part of Egypt,
You don't own Egypt.
which we don't yet technically own.
And because it exists, you can't transfer it to anything else.
Yes. So I think that's now back to 35 or 37.
Well, what's the other one that's on your list? Because I think there was something there that I thought was meant to end up in Sicily, so it'd be nice to know what it's meant to end up in.
Oh yes, of course, because
There's an Italian thing which hasn't ended up in Sicily.
so Kurdistan, right, Calabria. Calabria should, I think, end up in Sicily.
Yeah. You didn't ask for that, so maybe that Calabria's weird. Like,
it might, of course, have been be at war or something. Let's look at Desiree.
well, if you select Calabria, the thing is that we don't want to know what De Jure realm includes that county. We want to know what De Jure realm includes the Duchy of Calabria, which you can only check through the De Jure bit. So it is definitely part of Sicily. So is he at war? Is that his problem?
Yeah, there's Calabrian
There's a
revolt.
Calabrian revolt, right. Okay, so that will sort itself out eventually.
Yes.
And Kurdistan, which I think is part of somewhere that you can't have.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of things that are in like Arabia or whatever that I can't have. There's one in North Italy that, of course, I don't have the Kingdom of Italy to go with. But, ooh, I'm back in credit.
So your region to stop embezzling. Or at least to start taking new pounds better.
Yes, well, I don't think it was my regent, it was my money person.
Oh, right.
And having sacked him and put someone else in. And
Also
so
someone more competent.
Also someone more competent. It turns out that my accounts are doing a lot better these days. Who knew? Come on, win one of these sieges. Right. So I was just checking that the county that I was fabricating claims on hadn't accidentally nipped its way into my empire while I wasn't looking. This is a very real problem now.
And technically you can fabricate claims on things in your own empire and then do things about them. But counties are not very helpful. They won't turn out to be your vassals anyway.
Come on. Shut up about all the mayors you're converting. Just tell me when the province as a whole is done. And maybe whoever the chief state is. Right, we want a siege. Brilliant. We want 2 sieges. Let us go and kick that army before it wins its siege. Which we do not want it to do. Although they might, oh no, hooray, we got in just in time. We are unfortunately in hills, but that's only to be expected because we are in Scotland and frankly, you know, hills is better than the alternative.
Hey, there were some flat bits in Scotland.
Oh, yes. There's also some very much not flat bits. English Holy War for Cheremisia has ended. Oh dear, something's happened to my court chaplain. Oh well, let's see if I can... Oh, that's not very inspiring, is it? Right, let's find someone of my religion. Holy shit, he's good. Let's invite him.
Oh yes. Well, we make a good antidote.
Yeah.
If you had a suitable vassal, if you could afford to keep vassal counties kicking around.
Yes. All I got at the moment is Westminster. I don't really want to give that away. Not Westminster, I mean Middlesex. We won the Battle of Scone. Right, in you go. Right, let's get you defraticelliing someone. You can sit down and besiege Scone. Or Scone. Scone or Stone. Yes, I mean the Stone of Scone just doesn't sound as interesting. So, while we're waiting for tedious things like don't become Sunni. Just offend.
Secretly Muslim.
Yeah, my secretly Muslim. That's the one. There we are. We've got one more thing that we can build. We can build an amphitheatre retinue, but that's very expensive. Build you heating pipes, siege defence. I'm actually inclined to build the local movement speed thing, because, you know, there are Holy Roman Empire things near there, and local movement speed will not half be handy for shoveling people in and out of Italy. Right, anyway, back to regularly scheduled ransoming of the prisoners. Right, that's very much in the category of you can try it if you like, but you'll be a giant otter. Because I'm going to sit here, besiege my thing, and then walk back over there and besiege your thing. Which I will probably be able to do in the time it takes you to do that. Right, I'm invested in some more majesty. Right, that's got us there. Okay, can I sort out any of the prisoners while I wait? La, 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 la. At least war score is ticking in the right direction now. I think we've ransomed everyone we can now. African Nufusan Jejure war has ended. Right, well, let's move my Chancellor. Portugal didn't go well, did it? Someone tried to revolt and take Portugal. Not that that went terribly well. Too besieging now, and Dilo. Wasn't he king of Egypt?
Really? I have no idea. I think you may... Hang on. What's happened to the people of Egypt? Is it all looks alarmingly pink over here?
Yeah, I'm in Empire View.
What do you mean by Empire View? You're in Realm View, which should surely mean that... I thought the Kingdom of Egypt was still independent of you.
Not anymore.
Okay, because there were a bunch of vassals you wanted to transfer to the Kingdom of Egypt.
Yes, I don't appear to be able to, though.
But is he actually King of Egypt?
Well, he's despot of Abyssinia.
Which is not Egypt.
Right, so...
He's Ethiopia, more or less, in modern terms.
Right.
So, what's happened? Last time you ended up... No. Maybe you need to do a realm search for Egypt to work out where the Kingdom of Egypt is got.
That's a good point. Okay. You're the despot of Egypt.
And... Excellent.
Right.
They've managed to inherit the Kingdom of Egypt, but apparently without actually inheriting any of the territory of the
Kingdom of Egypt.
Oh no, it does have a line around it actually, now I come to look at it. It's a rather odd section, his capital's somewhere odd because he probably got landed by you somewhere odd.
Yeah.
Right, well, excellent. You've got yourself on, well, just within your vassal limit finally.
Yes.
Until you get Wales back.
Until I get Wales back. But I'll try and give that to someone who's already my vassal.
Yes.
You know. For the avoidance of states. Suleiman war for thingy. Right, who are you? You've got 5,000 troops. Right, let's stick in you at Mr. Flat Territory at you and send you on a little trip over there. All the while we sit there and go, you states. Ooh, we finished constructing stage 4 of the Southern Hub Warriors. Stop! What have we got in our pockets? I assume that siege speed is something that's not just confined to the relevant...
Because that would be weird.
That would be weird, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I suspect galleys may be local, but I think I would assume that siege speed actually increases all siege speed everywhere, which might be nice. I'm not sure, but...
Right. Spend all my money. And then ransom some more people to...
Then imprison the despot of Portugal.
Trickle again.
He'll give you another $250 if you do that.
It's true.
I mean, one day you'll fail, but...
It's true. Until that point. I mean, that is a fairly, slightly horrific hole in my budget, but that's fine. We can run into deficit for quite a long time. Right, okay, off we go. How old am I now? I'm 14. I'm inching towards my majority. I'll have to remember to equip all the stuff. La 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 la. Come on. Get through their left wing. We won't put anyone in charge of it. Right, their left wing is basically gone. Their right wing is pretty miserable and is in fact running away. All of them are running away. That will any second now, I suspect, give me 100% war score. Well, any day now. Battle of Pitlochry. Diff. Right. I can revoke one of her titles.
So are both of you checked that both of those are actually as kingdoms and not viceroyalties?
Yes.
I think they are.
You can tell because
Queen of Wales, Queen of Scotland. Yeah. Have you not imprisoned her then?
She's a child. I don't think I can.
Oh, okay. Right.
I think I'll take Scotland.
It's bigger.
Because it's bigger. I assume I can't. I can't revoke Wales. So, who have I got around here? That's.
Britain's part of
Lithuania.
You don't really want to merge it into England.
I can merge it to Aquitaine.
So you're currently only over by one, which is probably the one that is the remaining Kingdom of Wales.
Wales, yes.
Right. Well, who else can you arrest her?
Exarch, Despot of Sweden. Right. What do you mean I can't raise Norway?
That's not actually the capital, if that's what you're aiming for. Or is it the capital? Okay, it is the capital, isn't the capital down there?
Yeah.
I haven't previously realised that the shields floated just above that.
Excuse me, let's just check that I've got. Let's put in some. We need some people. Anyway, somewhere down here,
Oh yes, there's someone invading me.
there's someone trying to invade me. Well, they've pissed off somewhere. So I'm just going to, you know, like hang out here until someone tells me something's happened. Oh, I'm heir to the barony of Chalon. That's nice. So I'm 14. What was I? There was something else I was going to look up and I've completely forgotten what it was. So my diplomacy is inching up.
Well, it should get a fair boost when you graduate.
It's true.
You really ought to. You're assuming that the guardians listening to each other.
Yeah.
I assume you did. Is that right?
Yeah. Pretty confident we did. Hold it in Holmes is under siege. Is it now? Okay. Is that really one of ours? No, that's not one of ours. Well, when they actually settle down and besiege somewhere, I'll try and raise some more people out there. Until they get their shit together and work out, you know, like, who's invading what. I don't care. Oh, I can recruit an academy hero. Tough soldier, fat terrain expert, brawny gladiator, impaler, greedy slave. Yeah, put him in the commander queue. Right, so we're nearly there. I think we need a bit of a boost to infantry before we get a boost to cavalry. No, the Pope has died. Well, it's 2 popes in fairly quick succession. Unless the first one was in the abortive one where we didn't do it, but I don't think that was it. Right. Whoops, how are we doing? Right. Okay, we won that battle. We are sitting down together in Linköping. Linköping, sorry. What a lot of duchies I can create. I mean, I can create... Oh, good lord. I think I'm up to 5 empires.
Yeah. What are they doing still besieging things?
I don't know, I'm just... You know...
I mean, maybe it was a relevant thing to besiege. Maybe Sweden had some territory
possible.
out there.
Yes.
Indeed, yes, that seems to have got your positive war score in the war with Sweden by accident.
Yes. Well... These things happen. Good point, well stated. But you still can't make up where you make it your mind where you're besieging. You are genuinely besieging somewhere. What do you mean I can't raise troops from Anatolia? Right, I can raise troops from Egypt. Okay. But that's fine, you're not in my war. I just have to avoid you. So we've won a siege. Let's win another siege. The excitement, it just never starts. Right, and we've stopped in particular the problem with the hemorrhaging war score because we don't occupy all of the territory. Rather, they occupy all of their territory. Right. Right, we can have a go at Kurdistan, which at least would... Well, let's see, let's go after the despot of France. Excellent. Well, slightly excellent.
Firstly, you should probably have raised the armies from France first.
It's true.
You're going to be clever about this.
Well,
And then go,
it's a
oh,
learning.
you've got this phenomenal great army that you just gave me.
It's true.
First thing is already raised, that's marching into things. Remember, all these have terrible
Okay,
morale, which is fine because I think all of France's current armies are terrible.
yeah, I don't think that's going to be a problem as such. Let's stick someone in charge of you and someone in charge of you, and let's march you in there. I'll do for starters. So we're busy having a war over there. They're bringing their best mates along. Our centre is not looking happy. But that's of course, that's where I suddenly lost a commander in some kind of freak accident. So let's get him in.
I think you may have misjudged the intentions of that 10,000 strong army. You know.
No, they're... I think you're right. That's okay, I'm going to lose this battle anyway by the looks of things. So, you know, I'll just have to accept the dismal war score that I have.
I think possibly that they may have run away.
Well, let's wait. Let's... Okay, that's at least...
On the other hand, the technique of besieging their territory is doing fine.
Yeah. I don't think they have any more territory, do they?
Oh, surely they do. Because otherwise you'd have 100% war score by station. I think.
Oh no,
That's a contested title.
Oh, he's...
So he has a bunch of odd little bits. It looks like in your
territory. What's happening in France? A lot. So we've got some people in Tours, which will get us some war score probably quite quickly. Oh dear, he's called Serene Doge of Robertin. Well.
didn't know they could do that.
Me neither. Well, you're going to regret that. What can I say?
Yes. Not that you really want to revoke the Serene Doge of England
No.
title. That may be necessary merely for Entourage vote.
Yeah, well, I mean, I could then promote, like, the mayor of Fulham or something. Probably.
Yeah, I don't quite know how it would work.
Me neither.
Weird Republic thing. What? Has Anatolia joined recently as well?
They've joined a war. Who is this war? Okay, yes he has.
We'd have a couple of armies just randomly kicking around in Crimea there.
Oh yeah, that's probably from like the last war but one. The principle here is I'd rather raise more armies than I strictly need in order to win the war. Right, upland. What are we besieging there? It's not quite worth it. Right, let's wait for you to cheer up a bit.
Meanwhile, they're apparently besieging something. But it may be a trade post because England has trade posts everywhere.
I thought I had 10,000 troops there, but maybe they were from the wrong side and got taken home. I thought I had 16,000 troops over here. I'm very confused.
Maybe these levies do vanish when the leaves you borrowed them from during the war.
Possibly.
That's you borrowed them from.
Pause. So let's pause, let's zoom in. Let's get over there. I assume this means though that I'll be able to revoke like a whole bunch of people's stuff if I want to.
Probably.
So in particular the Serene Dogeship of Thingy and the Despotship of Anatolia. Which might at least... I mean, on the plus side, I'm under my vassal levy limit. Vassal limit now, not levy.
Because they all insist that they're independent.
That's the one. Okay. Right. So.
It should improve your war score in the war against France.
It should, but I need to win a siege.
Yes, well, that's that.
But so should that. So... what are you guys doing there?
I don't know. I think you may have accidentally sent 15 people to places you're trying to send everyone to.
Okay.
I'm not sure. Or possibly there was an army of Anatolia that you lost.
It's possible. I think that might have been the... What?
Oh yeah, the score is 1%.
Yeah.
Rather than minus several million.
4% rather than minus several million. So there's a 14 strong English enemy army there.
You might want to stomp into South Wales and try to get those 2,500 if they're going up, or is there not any time for that?
So they've got 1, 2, 3, 4 counties. We've got one.
And it doesn't look like they're headed to the South Wales army.
Mhm.
It doesn't look like they're aiming to join them up at the moment. So it'll only be once you get close that they go, ooh.
Yeah. So should I aim over here?
I would go for the. I would be a bit worried about not winning that battle, whereas you can be confident of winning the one against 2,500 troops in South Wales.
Yeah, but I'm going to have to go... Which way are they going? They're going to Gower.
So at the moment it looks like they're each separately heading for Westminster.
Right, yes. As is traditional at this point. Zoom out a
But
little.
you don't want to allow time to run while people are running around in England while you're not looking, because that is going to be quite a delicate little meeting. I'm sure that people actually meet up. So, in particular, you might want to change your routing to make sure you land in their community. Okay, I don't know what the other English groups are doing, but let's give this lot a good traffic. Oh, of course, you probably can't see
I can't see them.
When you're in central England anymore.
Not until they start turning up in Warwick.
But like giving a passing army a good tracking is always a good thing.
It's true.
Right, now they're heading their 14,000 troops over to meet you.
And I should stay still.
I think that might not be an unwise move.
Right.
Of course, there's a great place to see. Not very self-taught.
No.
They're trying to get their armies together again. I don't know if there's much you can do.
Yeah. Right, so they're besieging that back. I think temporarily we let them try and do their thing. We just don't concede. So they're going to Palace.
And those two are clearly being joined up. So
Yeah.
the question is, what do you do?
I mean, I can nip over here and try and... So... Well, they're going to Worcester. So I can nip out here. I'm just going to check what's happening over here. What to do with race? That's terrain. Let's do that so I have some idea of what's coming. I think I should sit still here for a bit.
Or is anyone actually moving into your country?
No.
I've been... Where is that what movement lots to?
They're going to Worcester.
I think it's been very much fashion, but we could do it. It looks like the elders are mucking around elsewhere. Okay, they will manage to move out of there rather rapidly, and you've ended up fighting them on time. Yeah, I think they're heading towards Middlesex now, trying to pick off those tiny armies at least.
Yeah.
And do something to equip yourself to deal with the 18,000.
I think I do something. Yeah, it's okay, I have a plan.
Okay.
Mostly my plan is to try and win this war. So you've arrived there. Let's take you on a trip over there with terrain expert. Oh, let's not do that. Let's instead join you up over here with these guys so I can go and take on that Anatolian army. Right, Norway. You're very close to falling. So and of course I can raise my personal levies and so on here. What are you besieging? 2.5 fort. And so on the 24th of April we can assault that. Maybe even earlier.
We're causing I think whether you can get another small battle room in England. But let's first put out what we're doing. We won't be able to catch them immediately.
Yeah, I'm just trying to work out what Orleans is.
Northeast of Normandy, in the Burton location.
Okay. Well, if I want to catch up with them, I need to put that's,
I think we're going to get intercepted by that tiny Anatolian army.
I think so. It's like, where are they going? They're going to Essex.
Oh, okay. Well, you're in
I'm in Middlesex. They're
Middlesex. You
besieging
can nip
next.
out to Essex and give them a quick thrashing and nip back again.
Yep.
So, it's a moving block to Essex.
Let's glue that together. Yeah, but it looks like we should sort of splat straight through that. And
well, in particular, they think he's going towards you anyway.
okay, so that battle up there is going okay-ish.
Depending on whether they can suddenly materialise 15,000
Troops
troops
up
there,
there.
but since most of them are in Ireland, probably not.
Not quickly anyway.
And down here, well, if they give you another 1,700 troops to kill, so much
Yeah.
better.
That's fine.
Right. So that's Essex.
Yeah.
Here they are.
So I can.
Their large army is still sitting over in Munster.
Yeah. So I think mopping.
Well, there's not much. Yeah, the thing is that this, yes, your 17,000 army can't. Well, I mean, it can besiege things down here,
Yeah.
which is probably reasonable actually.
Well, since I'm committed to that one, I'll go and do that
Yeah, I
one,
mean, I don't know.
and then I'll go and sit down in Middlesex.
Quick thrashing. Middlesex is your territory.
Oh yeah. Then I'll. I seem to be able to besiege something
Oh,
there.
I wouldn't be. There'll be a trade post there,
Oh yeah.
so it's probably not very useful to besiege a trade post.
So let's besiege. So that's a sit down and wait job. Let's go and see what we've got going for us over here. And we can probably assault this very shortly. And then we can really that's 99.
One more siege to war, I think, unless you've got it, unless I've struck 100.
Not yet. do is grab you and send you right in there so that everything's ready to go. Serbian revolt. Right, whatever. Do not care about you stupid bishops. I just like to point that out. You're happily besieging. What the hell is happening right now? Totally.
Oh no, you can't build anything there because it's not currently your territory. But remember, Orléans has a spare holding slot. Those lot were meant to be going out and fighting directly down the table.
Yeah, but they seem to have buggered off.
I think you only need one of those two sieges to complete.
Yeah, so my inclination is to shove them in there and then
So they can move faster.
Come on. Okay, let's find someone to build character by sitting around outside somewhere. Right. Okay, well, at least I've got you guys doing something. Right, all planned. You can go together.
Those won't fit on the number of boats you've got available.
That's fine. I'm hoping to raise some from Sweden just as soon as I've fixed my small problem with it.
Okay. You are not to get distracted by the passing French army.
Yeah, no, it's very small. It's not worth it. Right, excellent. 100% more score. Release the peace otter. Right, I won. Revoke your title. Yoink. Raise your fleets. Glue you together. Insert army on ship.
I would just land in Middlesex.
That's true. Insert ship in Middlesex.
Meanwhile, grant the Exarchate of Sweden, the Exarchate of Sweden to Norway.
Then
or is Norway a real kingdom? So you might not want to do it to, I don't know. And Denmark.
Denmark's already an Exarchate. Right, so they should get another one, viz. Sweden. Hooray! Let's just check that there aren't any vassals.
Your vassal kingdom just bug it off.
It's true. On the plus side, when they stop buggering off, I can probably revoke like everyone's titles and it'll be fine. So, there's 16,000 French troops there. I should keep an eye out for. But I can look to do things like raise Bohemia, apparently not Sweden, and Poland. Oh, that's got me like 6,000 more troops. So I can bring them over here to France. So, right, there's a nice large Anatolian army. So what I think I'm going to do is wait till it's not summer, so I'm not near the supply limit, get that lot together, march them over there and try and administer a kicking there. Right, you guys go into that bit of Azerbaijan. And let's go over here. I need to fix that.
Yes, if you're in Portugal, you're not very good at giving the troops because you imprisoned him and then demanded 250 gold for it to let him out again.
Oh. So they're busy besieging Leinster, which is a bit of a problem because Ireland is a bit softer than here. What do I want to do about that?
They're getting alarmingly close and they're still, well, they're not using, they can't be trying to shoot them.
Yeah. Yes. And I've got some troops coming in from there. Have I please obtain? Nice. Dismiss you, you're too far away from anything. Let's insert you on a ship. Ship you off to there. Close to there as we can get. Alright. So.
Now got lots of troops in England.
And there's Tottenham is. They're besieging Tottenham. Okay.
The castle of Tottenham, your capital?
Yeah. I'm very confused. So where are they going? They're going to Dyfed.
They decided to come back for battle.
Yes. So
You have minus 27% war score in the French war.
hang on, let me deal with what I'm doing here first, otherwise that's not going to improve anything. Right, the supply limit's still a problem. Because I've lost a bunch of places. Right. I'm holding down control, click. I'm holding down control.
Yes, it's merely your... This is likely to leave you with a large number of armies in very unhelpful places.
But it's also got me some armies in not completely unhelpful places. So, you know. You guys, however, I can dismiss. You guys can go on a little trip over here. You guys can come to this bit of Azerbaijan, because I'm sure you'll appreciate it. Where? Let's take you to Egypt. You're small and helpful and I can dismiss you. You are small and helpful and can be dismissed. You, on the other hand, are medium-sized and can go on a happy trip to Western Europe. As indeed can you. Go on that trip to Azerbaijan. Let's go and have a it's a very cute holding. It's dismiss you because you're just going to get splattered. You, on the other hand, can probably be wandered over there to do a little bit of reclaiming. Let's just check there's nothing in Iceland. There's nothing in Iceland.
Not yours.
Yeah. There is someone in Iceland, which is, you know, slightly bizarrely. Oh, the Lapland army is, you know, slowly increasing in size, just not enough. Right, okay, that I think has materially improved our position. So,
You have a problem in France. You have an immediate problem in France.
I have an immediate problem in France. That's fine.
So look at what's going on in England. If you spend any significant time unpaused at the moment, you get going with.
You've all got it together. Okay, so let's take you to the coast, and because they're all heading north now, because I was hoping to get them down there, but that's not going to happen. Right. So let's just zoom in. In England, I am in 2 adjacent counties. So I think in England, I sit there and say, come on and have a go at me if you think you're hard enough.
May I suggest that you move out of Westminster and into somewhere where there's something... Well, yes, what is going on in Westminster? Why are you besieging anything in Westminster? What are you besieging in Westminster?
I'm besieging Tottenham.
Right. Why are you besieging Tottenham? Oh, Tottenham is not Westminster. Yes.
Tottenham
is actually held by someone else.
Yeah.
At least in some sense. Okay, yes, carry on, carry on. That's perfect. Well, I mean, apart from that, it's a 7.5 level.
Yeah.
Perfect sensible. Sorry, I confused Tottenham and your capital.
Yes, so did I.
Your capital may have been Tottenham, but...
I think it was a long time ago, but... Right. English fleet arrived there. Let's stuff you over there. You've arrived there. We've now, of course, lost sight of the French. Well, let's try and keep France mostly on screen while I watch this lot try to Right, here the French come again. Glue you lot together. Right, let's retreat further and gather you lot there. That still may not be enough. Haha, they run into a revolt. That's hilarious. I may have to decide to save and stop soon. Anyway, and leave it in this.
I just wanted to confirm that the army in Ireland was not about to run into something dangerous.
Yeah.
And is it going to be able to do anything good when it's Ireland?
So, I'm
because the thing that's costing you war score is, I think, the fact that you've lost that county.
So that county, just about.
Yes, okay.
Now the problem is, somewhere in here there's 17,000 troops that I can't see. And they could be heading back that way.
Yes, I wonder if you want to, well, yeah, you probably want to disease things, because you should get a decent amount of war score, so they'll want to actually adequately disease.
Yes. Yes, I don't want to move until I've got evidence of where I should be moving to.
Yes, but I think the English-Welsh border might be a better place to be working in general, because that puts you close to the army retreat that's regaining thing. On the other hand, there are some glorious big battles going on between people who aren't you.
Yes.
Which will be nice not to get involved with.
I think I should finish at this stage, when I've been besieging big things.
Yeah, I think those sieges should finish, because
I should not half-ass that.
And so is yellow cross on a blue background one of your enemies?
Hang on, let me just... Oh! Well, I think this is a good place to stop.
Okay.
Because my regency has just ended. Which means I can now take decisions for myself. There are many exciting things that have happened. Including we finished building great roads for the glorious amphitheatre of Bologna. So, I have a strong claim on the Kingdom of Anatolia. So, I've only turned out as a charismatic negotiator. That's a bit naff. On the other hand, my vassal limit has crept up a bit, so...
so have you got the points for charismatic negotiator?
Yes.
Okay, right.
I've got 6 points for charismatic negotiator. Unfortunately, I turned out shy, which has taken 2 of them away. I have 0 martial skill, which is going to be a bit of a problem.
Well, that might be a good ambition. Maybe after having
get married.
Son. Well, yes.
I know. Apparent. Well, let's say.
Maybe given that you're betrothed, you're not allowed to choose get married as an ambition, because it would be a bit easy.
It's true.
The year is 1349.
I will save and quit. Moral of the story here is make sure that if you're trying to imprison someone, they don't have lots of allies. Right, I shall stop.
Yes, pay attention, look at their allies the same way you would any other enemy.